I'd like to thank Austin Brown and Lisa Matulis from CAA, Zion's representation, for the way they handled every step of the process here since they got involved in the Pelicans family. Everything that has taken place from a professional standpoint off the court, I've never seen the equal of it. And so thank you very much, Austin, Lisa, amazing. To his family that are here in front of us, we had a very, very special evening the night of the lottery. I won't do this all the time, I promise. We had a really special evening the night of the lottery. And Alvin and I were able to sit with Zion for about 20 minutes, and we were so taken with him, we asked if his parents were there and if he would mind if they came downstairs. And so Sharonda and Lee came downstairs, and we sat for about an hour and a half together talking about what it would look like to be a member of the Pelicans family. And we had the conversation that if you choose us, we choose you. And we choose the whole family, because when we're raising a family, we're raising it together. And so Lee and Sharonda were very receiving of that message. I think Zion was as well. And I was really, really grateful that Noah and Tyreek could join us here today as well. The city will put its arms around all of us, but what we're going to do is love each other enough to tell each other what we need to hear. And Lee embraced that night. And what Lee told me that night was they chose us. And there was a bunch of media around the very next day, some of you will remember, that Zion was going to go back to school. He had wanted to go to another team. And all this media came up, and it was alarming, obviously, to someone in my position, because I'm trained to believe that when you sit in front of people, there may always be something else going on. So I reached back out to Lee and Sharonda, and I'm like, please tell me that's not true. And Lee was not a happy camper that I had to make that phone call. He said, did I not tell you, if you choose us, we choose you? I said, you did. He said, then what are we doing here? I tell you all of that to give you some understanding of exactly what Mrs. Benson says when she says Zion was raised the right way. These are people of their word. These are people that have been all about family from the very beginning. Zion stayed at a small school for high school, Spartanburg Academy, because his mother told him, if you can play, the coaches will find you anywhere. But you stay grounded, you stay with your friends, and you be Zion, and let them come to you. That obviously worked. And what it did is it laid the groundwork for a kid who is all about others, who's all about team, he's all about family, and he's not about himself. And the reason that was so meaningful for us is that's all we want to build. When Trajan and Swin came on board, we talked at length about what it looks like to raise this family. And so with all of their input, with the incredible front office we have that are here on the right, everything we do is about adding members to this family that are reflective of the same values that Zion's family have instilled in him. And fortunately, we are blessed. Drew Holiday is one of those guys. And when I said last night when we did our first media availability that Drew Holiday is the face of this franchise, he is that dude. This is his team, and we are all going to be made of the same stuff. And that means we sacrifice whatever it takes to win basketball games. And because Zion is the person he is, all he wants to do is contribute to that. So people looked at me kind of oddly, and it got ran many times again. He is not the savior of the Pelicans franchise. And he's certainly not the savior of the Saints-Pelicans family. Mrs. Benson and her team have done a remarkable job with the Saints building a winner, a team that wins at the very highest level, with the best front office anywhere, with the best coaching staff anywhere. They've laid a model out very clearly for us to follow. So there is no narrative that should exist that we are a stepchild of that. What we are is beneficiaries of the fact that they already know how to do great. They know how to do magical. It's our job to do that on this side, and Zion will contribute to that just like all the rest of us will. So I think I'm supposed to let Joel know I'm done so he can introduce this man. But thank you all very much. Take the journey and be mindful of the fact that it's going to take some time.